Dennis, thanks for being here as always. No, I have not forgotten about 1983 that Miami lost his first game 28-3 to Florida, then won 11 consecutive games and won the national championship after they beat Nebraska at the Orange Bowl. I understand that. I still think that was 38 years ago. There are different impacts on different teams, and I was just asking the question. None of us will know. None of us should pretend to know how Miami or any team's going to respond to a big win or a big loss. We don't know. They're individuals who have their own psyche, their own level of confidence, their own perseverance and ability to bounce back. I'm never going to be the judge of that. I'll see it play out, and then I'll say, well, it appears as though Miami really took that loss hard because, man, they were sluggish against App State the next week. I'll make those sorts of statements, but I'm not going to predict whether they're going to or not. And I'll even say it looks like they're sluggish against App State. I'm not going to say for sure that Alabama had that impact. Maybe App State was just up for the game, and maybe Miami just is figuring things out. I'm the last person to try to predict or guess what's in people's minds and hearts. I always hate that watching football games when commentators making all sorts of comments about this team looks up and that team looks this and that guy looks, just because two guys are kind of getting into it on the sideline, or because somebody walked away from somebody else, that they come up with some big story about what they think just happened.
Well, I think some of that also has a little validity to it, Mark, because energy, to me, if it's that severe, it is definitely visible. If you got lackluster guys and not getting off blocks on the defensive line, and they kind of just look outmatched and not there psychologically, they look like they don't want to be there. They're not giving the same level of effort. That's obvious. A sixth grader could sit there and watch that game and go, yo, they're not playing the same way that they did last week versus Bama, or last week versus UNC, or last week versus Florida. Okay. And every time Miami loses the game opener, everyone posts that crap about the championship team that lost to Florida the first game of the season. Again, love your past, embrace your past, but understand that has nothing to do with right now. It just doesn't. We have to stop that. I'm telling you, man, we have to change that mindset, Mark. I even went as far, Mark, because you could like share screens and stuff on here. I wanted the whole star system argument on here. Whoa, can't stand it amongst our fan base, because we were blessed back in the day when it was just newspaper clippings. Heck, for some of these people that they talk about were 2 and 3 star, the internet wasn't even a thing. Okay. Or everyone wasn't privy to it. I think it was a thing, but everyone didn't have it.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't keep preaching to me about Ray Lewis wasn't a rated and Ed Reed was a 2-star. Stop that. Okay. A talent like Ed Reed and a talent like Ray Lewis would be recognized and given the star system today. There are dozens amongst dozens of people whose job it is to travel local regional areas and watch high school football games and report back to their higher-ups who have higher-ups who sit on these computers to create profiles, bro. So the 3-star from Melbourne, Florida, or the no-rated elite nose guard from Melbourne, Florida that no one's heard of is today's 3-star or 4-star. Okay, if they're that elite, they're going to make a rating system. It's just that simple. Okay, I'm tired of it. And like I said, I even went here, Mark. I went down the list and I pulled up 247.com and I scrolled down it. We just did the top 25 recruits, and I simply asked him, "You thinking would you take, for example, Evan Neal and Zalanta Hillary with the same recruiting class? One was a 3-star, one was a 5-star. Mark, there are people in my chat saying that they would take the 3-star because he's going to work harder over Evan Neal, a top 10 pick. That's the mindset that we have to get out. it's over. That stuff is gone, man.